Stardom 101. Stardom 101. Stardom 101.
Stardom 101. It's the Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast.
Shining light on today's tastemakers
and innovators.
Kicking with your host, Christopher Boykin.
It's the Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast.
Yes, it's Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast here back on iHeartRadio. You guys know what we do. We come back each and every week, bringing you the hottest talent, upcoming individuals, successful entrepreneurs, doing their thing on the rise to stardom. Once again, you want to keep your ear to the street, keep your eyes open, keep plugged in. And today I won't disappoint. I got another dope episode of Music Matters, and it's going to feature a dope artist by the name of Genius. We're going to talk about the creativity of his name too, because it sounds one way, but it looks another way. We just talked about it a few minutes ago. What's up, bro? How you feeling, man?
I'm great. How's everybody doing out there?
Yeah. Genius is in the building, man. The people, I always put my episodes out there to the fans. We got some very excited fans. They always want to know. They ask me some questions, and I let them submit questions too. So one of the coolest questions they always want to know is, tell me a little bit about yourself. You know, from your background, from your environment, the way you grew up, the modes. Those things are intriguing to me because it kind of shapes us into who we are as men. For you, tell me a little bit about your background, your upbringing, so people could kind of get an idea of the environment and circumstances that you came up in.
Okay, well, I was born and raised in the South Bronx, right across from Forest Projects, where Fat Joe is originally from.
Yep.
I went to Talent Unlimited High School. I was a voice major in high school. I studied ballet, dance, modern dance. So I have a background in all facets of performing arts, and I've been rapping since I was 15, singing since I was 8. So
wow.
It's my dad sang gospel with the Travelers.
So you was born in the hometown of New York City, the boogie down Bronx. Look, I was born and raised in Brooklyn, Gene. So
Okay.
I know a thing or two about some New York. But for you, you were surrounded by a lot, you know, and I know back in the day, New York was something different. It's different. So for you, hip hop, tell me about hip hop and your influence of hip hop and just the arts. I love your background. It's very different. Did the influence of hip hop really hit you hard at a younger age too? Were you influenced? I mean, you're in the birthplace of the hip hop, the Bronx. Yeah. So tell me about that.
Yeah, well, I really didn't know much about hip hop. I was a singer at first from 8 till 15.
Wow.
Once I hit 15, I met a gentleman named Rams. He was a graffiti artist. He used to write Chain 3 on the trains and all of that.
Whoa.
So graffiti was becoming real large at that time, and so was hip hop back in 77. So he had turntables, techniques in his house with the Gemini mixer, and he asked me to come since he knew my background in singing and said, yo, you ever thought about doing rhymes on a microphone? I said, nah, I never really thought about that, but he threw on Big Beat. I don't know how many of the old heads that got out there, but Big Beat, he just started, mixing that, and I started singing to the beat. Wow. And that's the first way I got introduced to hip hop, was singing to a beat that was just like unorthodox to the song that I was singing. So, and after that, he showed me how to format rhymes, and I started doing that. And first rhyme I ever wrote was "Crack is a form of suicide."
Whoa.
So that was one of my first. That's when the epidemic was really hard, and I have family and friends who were hit by that epidemic. So it kind of hit home with me with the crack epidemic. So I wrote something about it. Like, leave it alone. It's not good for you. And, it's killing you slowly. So.
Wow, that's fire, man. So you said singing too. What did you do? Like any singing in any other groups, or you a part of any, or singing in the church, anything like that, or just singing in the school? I know you said performing arts. Did you kind of pursue that at first, or was that like the first, catalyst before the hip hop and the rhymes and everything kicked in?
Yes. Well, my mom bought me a reel-to-reel when I was 10.
Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah. A reel-to-reel, and they have 2 little tape, circular tape I guess you could call them like components.
Yeah.
And one piece tape goes to the other reel from one reel, and you're recording while that reel is going from one reel to the other.
Yep.
And so I had Michael Jackson's I Want You Back album, and the first song that I recorded was Who's Loving You.
I see.
So boom, that's when I fell in love with music. Michael Jackson was like my first inspiration as far as the music, is concerned.
Yeah.
So I grew up like performing for my family at Christmas and Thanksgiving. They would say, go get Gene, let him do some singing for us. And I'm in there singing Christmas carols and all of that stuff. So yeah, that was my life. I mean, I fell in love with singing, and then when I got introduced to hip hop, it was over.
It was over.
Yeah.
Dope. You said Michael Jackson, early influences. Anybody else besides the great, the great MJ himself? Anybody else from a young standpoint that you kind of grew up on?
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Oh yeah.
Stevie Wonder. I'm a big Hall and Oates fan.
Wow. Okay.
And the Whispers.
Ooh. Okay. People sleep on them, Gene. They sleep on them.
Yeah.
They got a catalog.
The Twins was serious business back in the day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What projects are you currently working on, man? I know you busy. You do some things. We talked about the performance art. We talked about the writing aspect, but you got a big project that I want the listeners to kind of comprehend and understand. Tell me about this project that you're working on that we can anticipate.
Yes. Well, my first video dropped in February. It's called An Alert on Life. And my project is called Alphabet City. So I'm coming out with a song from A to Z. So I just shot Brenda, which is my B song. I'm looking for a female to do Close the Door with me for C. Now, if there's any females out there that want to get into the acting part of the videos, I have a part in Close the Door that I would love a female to get on with me.
Okay, that's what's up.
Dopamine is being shot this weekend on Memorial Day, as a matter of fact. I'm shooting Dopamine for my D song. And then I'm going all the way down to Z, which is Zealous. That's my Z song, Zealous. So just be aware, if you go to my YouTube channel, it's GENE _YES 1804.
Wow. So tell me, now this is unique, Gene. This doesn't really happen a lot like that. So I would love to know your inspiration behind that. First of all, it's creative as heck, from A to Z, and it shows your skill set too, right? It shows your range, your skill set. We know in these times right now, artists got to bring more than one thing to the table. You're really displaying your whole creative aspect of what you could really bring to the table. So from your A to Z is easier to say, but it's very, very difficult to do. So for your creative process and your mindset, like what inspires you, motivates you to put this type of project out? What are you hoping to gain from this?
Well, I'm hoping to be a household name.
Nice, Gene.
It's that simple. I want them to remember good music, because when you do 26 songs back to back, it's like, I don't want to be known as this repetitious artist, because a lot of people, you can listen to a song and say, oh yeah, I know who that is away.
I see.
I don't want to be labeled like that. So out of 26 songs, I'll let the public decipher what they like and what they think that they could, play on a regular basis.
Nice.
So that's it. I just want to bring good music back, because a lot of the hip hop now is washed up.
Yeah.
It's cliche. Everything is cliche. It sounds like the last guy, and then that guy sounds like the last guy. I want to be like, yo, Genius is different. He's bringing back the essence of what hip hop was meant to be.
And that's great. That's great. You bring up the essence, right, Gene? Because at one point in time, man, people were having fun with the music. You know what I'm saying? It was poetic. Some people tell you a story. It was poetic. It was creativity. It was vocabulary. It gives you intelligence. It gives you emotion. it was a
Yes.
different time back in the day. So I love what you're doing, bro. You like really tapping onto the true essence of, yo, have fun with the music. It ain't gotta be
Yeah.
bang, 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 shoot 'em up gang. You know what I'm saying? All the
Exactly.
time. Like this is a
Exactly.
real life expression of who you are, or just telling the story,
Mhm.
man. So I think that is really, really dope for you. In terms of A to Z, right? How
Mhm.
long does something like this take you? Like, I'm curious. Like, I mean, that's
To put together?
yeah, to put together.
Wow. That's a great question. But I really can't answer because it it's like I was working on a couple of EPs,
I see.
right? I
I
had
s-
Collaboratory 1, Collaboratory 2, which was gonna be
ah,
collaborations with different artists,
I see.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first one was 6 songs, the second one was 6 songs, but when you're dealing with other people, they're
Mm-hmm.
not always on the same page as you. So
Mm-hmm.
being that it was taking so long for me to get these collaborations together and going, I
Mm-hmm.
just scrapped the whole project. I said I'll come back to it later. That way, I might be able to build my name to the point where people will want to come and do collaborations with me.
There you go.
See,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
yeah, it's a lot of people want instant gratification. Like, yo, how much you gonna pay me for the track? How much? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I'm trying to grind.
Yeah.
Let's try to build something. When we make some money from this, then I can hit you off or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we got to crawl before we walk, and then we
Mhm.
run.
There you
A
go.
lot of people just want to run out the starting gate. Like, what are you doing for yourself right now?
Instant
You looking in the
gratification.
mirror, singing in the mirror, on TikTok doing videos, and you're not getting nothing for that. So why not do something that's on YouTube that's gonna be international, and who knows what's gonna happen if it blow up or not. If
There
it
you
don't,
go.
you could still say I'm doing something that's fun. I like to do this.
There you go.
It's
There
fun
you
for me.
go. Now, in terms of your creative vision, I want to talk about the vision because a lot of artists just
Mhm.
do the music, but they
Yeah.
don't get behind their music videos. They probably hire a director or producer or somebody
Mhm.
else, right? So, are you involved in that aspect as well from your visual standpoint of your brand, your music, the concepts? Do you get behind the screen and kind of make sure you know what your fans want to see and kind of in control of your brand and your image?
Well, I have somebody collaborating with me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna shout him out at the end, like you talked about,
Mm-hmm.
throwing their flowers to them.
Mm-hmm.
Imma save him for the end because
Yep.
he's a real true brother. I've known him since maybe 2010,
Wow.
around that time, so I've known him for quite a while,
I see.
and, we've been doing music for a very long time. When I was doing CDs back in the days, he was, like, the one that was doing my CDs, pressing my, pictures onto the
Oh, I
CDs and
see.
stuff like that. He was
Yeah.
doing all of that,
Getting it out
packaging
the
it for me.
getting it out the mud.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm real indebted to this brother. He's a real smart guy.
Uh-huh.
He's very in tune with what the public wants to hear,
Mhm,
you know?
mhm.
So,
That's
yeah,
fire, man. Alphabet City, man. Tell me,
yes.
like, when you finish each song, do you put it out immediately on YouTube or your platform? Like, how do we keep up with each song in itself, each piece of project, each musical genre? Do we go to your platform? Do you just push them out every time they're done, or do you have it like in a sequential order where you do things at a certain time?
Yes. Well, my plan was spoiled already. So I I was planning on like every month,
Uh,
A, B, C, D. So I had it mapped out.
yeah,
So right now we're in May. I should have been on E right now.
I see. I see.
You see? But
Mhm.
due to the fact that getting people for the video shoots for Brenda, I needed a female.
I see.
It was hard for me to find a female that was willing to do it for nothing.
Mhm, mhm.
Now, I finally found a female, but I limited her engagement because she didn't wanna be in front of the camera. So
Okay.
you'll see when Brenda comes out how I incorporated the female. And,
Nice.
Close the Door is another one. A lot of my songs are about relationships. Close
N
the Door, Expectations,
Mhm,
Gaslighting Lover,
mhm.
Insecurities, Keep It
Mm,
on the Hush.
I
These are
see.
all about like relationships. Move On. Like
Mhm.
that's my M song about a relationship that didn't go well, so I got to move on.
Mm-hmm,
You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? Something that people can always relate to. A female that's insecure, you might come across a female like that. A gaslighting lover. You want to gaslight me, like play me like I don't know what's going on, but in all essence, I see what's going on.
I see.
You're not gaslighting me.
Wow. So these are real life experiences, man. This is a serious project.
Yeah, some people can experience these.
That's what's
As
up,
well
bro.
as I can. Some of them I relate to because it's been something that happened. But some of them I just make up out of my thought process because I know I might not have gone through it, but some people can relate that they have.
Exactly, man. You know, festival season is coming up. We about to hit the summertime. That's the most, the active time. Everybody gets out there. They're doing shows. They're doing festivals, parent conferences. Are you big on trying to get in front of your fans or just get some shows on the calendar, or you really in the studio right now just focusing on your music and there's really kind of no events or shows right now on even on your radar at the moment?
I'm trying to just like focus on the Alphabet City,
Nice.
but when I get a chance, I try to get some open mics. I did an open mic like a month ago in Brooklyn. I'm in the America's Next Hit Maker
Nice.
contest. It's global. They're doing this affiliated with Billboard and what's this? It's a magazine. I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now. But the winner gets $50,000 and they get showcased in this magazine.
I see.
So I need votes. So if you guys see America's Next Hit Maker Genius, put your votes in.
There you go.
Put your votes in.
Put your votes in, man. That's
I
fire.
will not let you down. The music is coming.
That's
be prepared. You go to my YouTube page, subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell, because that's what Chris was just talking about, how you guys would know when something else is coming out. With that notification bell being picked on the YouTube channel, you'll be notified with a notification.
Nice.
On your YouTube page.
That's what's up. Every time you drop, they'll get that notification.
Every time something drops, they'll get a notification.
There you go,
the
man.
The song is out, the season is out, and so on and so forth.
That's what's up, man. So last question for you, G. We know that we work in this industry and we in the public eye, right? The people see us, you are the project, you are the entity, but there's some people behind the scenes, brother, that they support us. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be colleagues, associates, comrades. But these people like really holding you down. They, they're always there for you. You can rely upon them. And you, at this point, I always love to leave my episodes and end my episodes with this because we want to leave it with positive energy and supportive energy. Is there anybody for you that you just literally want to give some public shout out to or some flowers to, man? That, like I said, you appreciate them and you just hope that you continue to, the relationship continues to be fluid. So for anybody you in your corner, you want to give some flowers to?
Absolutely. I want to give some shout outs to my brothers, all the engineers at Plug Studios, because that's one of the places where I go to record. So I want to show all of them, Scotty, Don, Wave, all of those brothers over there, Danny, they doing their thing. Young brothers that they really in tune with what they do at Plug Studios in the Bronx.
Nice.
Also, next I want to talk about my man Itil. Itil is in Class and Point. He has a recording studio in his house. I do a lot of my recordings there at Itil. I've known Itil for a long time from Lambert Houses in the Bronx. And my engineer at Put Me On Inc., my videographer, the vision behind most of my videos, along with myself, is Slim's The Bank.
That's what's
up. And that's Put Me On Inc. My brother's doing big things everywhere.
Nice.
You could go to his site on Instagram, Put Me On Inc. And last but not least, sorry about the motorcycle in the background.
You good?
But, my heart, my only son, Gene Jr., better known as Reese, the New York Turtle.
Nice.
And the reason behind that name is because he said he liked to take things slow. You don't rush.
That's fire.
Call me Reese the Turtle.
That's what's
I
up.
do it slow, but I get it right.
That's what's
So
up.
that's my son. Love him to death.
Yeah.
He's the writer behind Expectations, my E song. He wrote that song for me. And when I heard it, I said, son, I want that. He said, okay, Dad. Okay, let me see what you got. Because he want to hear me sing it first. He's like, I ain't going to just give it to you. You got
to earn it.
It's all good, son. I made you earn everything when you was growing up.
There you go.
I did it right.
Look, G, we all got to pay dues somehow, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, yeah, my son Reese the Turtle, the New York Turtle. You can find him on YouTube as well. He writes for other artists, though. He doesn't like to be in the limelight. He just likes to be behind the scenes and
ghostwriter. True ghostwriter, huh? There we go.
That's my son.
That's what's up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard this episode. I got my guy Genius in the building. Genius, man, thank you, bro. Appreciate you for stopping in on the Rise to Stardom on this platform, man. I'm pretty sure the audience got a good ear from you, man. And once again, for the audience, don't worry. We got all of Gene's show notes and his platforms and his social media information. That's going to be in the notes of this episode. So don't worry. Y'all can keep plugged in with him. And we look forward to coming back next week, same time, same place. Genius was in the building. Genius, give it up for yourself one more time, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I love all you guys, man. Just stay tuned. And I'm going to bring you some good stuff.
That's what's up. It's
that's all best way I can tell you. And you'll hear it when it comes.
That's what's up. It's Stardom Magazine. It's iHeartRadio on the rise. Music matters. Until next time, same place, same energy. We be back next week. Peace.
Are you on the rise to stardom? Well, get featured in the next issue of Stardom101 Magazine and promote your business or products today. Text MAG to 804-550-8647 or visit stardom101mag.net.
You're listening to the Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast with Christopher Boykin. Be sure to subscribe and download this episode, and continue to listen to Stardom on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.